Hey, what's up guys, Luke here from Fiends. Welcome to Geek Stuff, and today I'm going to be talking about Overwatch. So Overwatch is the latest game by Blizzard, and it's a first-person shooting team-based multiplayer game, and it's much in the vein of games like Team Fortress and games where you pit one team against another team. What's so addictive about it though is it's deceptively easy to get sucked into because it's just so accessible. You'll basically start off with a short tutorial, and then before you know it, you're straight onto the online and you're figuring out all these heroes. And at first, it can be a little bit alien because there's so many different types of classes. There's basically you've got your support or your healing classes, you've got your offense classes, and you've got your tanks. And every single class basically serves a role, and it helps you sort of like. It's key to sort of like winning the game. As you get more and more into the game, you start to worry less about going out and getting tons and tons of kills and being quite selfish, to being very strategic and knowing when and who to choose for what moment. So as an example, one of the characters I use the most is Bastion. I see a lot of people use Bastion as assault, but I personally use him mostly for defense. Not there's a right or wrong way. The way I'll use Bastion is basically to keep suppressing fire. I'll just keep firing at the other group, which basically means they can't form ranks against us. And it's not just this as well. I think the real magic with Overwatch and why people love it so much is because it's got so many great characters and it's so well supported. You've probably seen all the fan art online. Some of it's a little bit rude, but yeah, people are absolutely in love with these characters. Some favourites that spring to mind for me is you've got Tracer, who's super fast. She's got a blink ability. This basically means she can blink forwards really fast, and she can rewind to regain some of her health. Then you've got characters like Hanzo, who's a samurai but is an archer. You've got his brother Genji, and you've got all this backstory going on as well, which is supported by some amazing sort of CGI videos. Which you can find online. They've given you just enough to spark the imagination. They've given you some really cool characters that are easy to sort of like latch onto. So for me, what I absolutely love about the game is the more I play it, the more I see the genius in how they've made the game, and it's all about sort of working out sort of counter characters and your next strategic move. So a lot of the time in the game, you'll find there's a character who seems ridiculously hard to beat, but then all of a sudden you'll change characters and you'll be like, okay, so this character is good at taking out this character. Again, if I look back at Bastion, I choose Bastion quite a lot, but then I'll notice that a lot of people will choose someone like a Hanzo or a Tracer, who can get in close and put bombs on me or shoot me from afar. Widowmaker as well, she can just shoot you from afar. And it's constantly changing the dynamics of the gameplay. I've got this habit as well, I do this with a lot of games, and I'll find like a hard character and I'll sort of make it my point to get good with that character. So my most used character is actually Hanzo, and in a little bit I'll give you some tips on how to use Hanzo, because I've watched some videos on YouTube and they say don't main Hanzo, or if I'm playing online, people will be like, I'm going to need you not to choose that character, I'm going to need you not to choose Hanzo. So there's no right or wrong way to play the game necessarily, but you can make smarter choices. I'll give you some tips on Hanzo in a bit. But yeah, overall I absolutely love Overwatch, and I highly recommend getting out and playing it. Make sure you get your mates involved as well, because that's where it really shines. Cooperation is the key to Overwatch. It's all about cooperation and good teamwork. Here are a few of the things that kind of annoy me about Overwatch that need a little bit of fixing, in my opinion. This is my 2 cents. So overall, Overwatch is a superbly balanced game, and they're constantly working on things that aren't balanced. They're constantly buffing characters or nerfing characters and mixing stuff up. But there are 2 characters in particular, I'm gonna say 3 characters actually in particular, that still need a little bit of work. So my first annoying character by an absolute country mile is Zarya. She is, in my opinion, completely overpowered. She is the most frustrating character in the world. She can self-regenerate, she can put a shield up around herself, she can put up a shield around someone else. She's got one of the most powerful ultimates in the game. An ultimate is basically a special ability that builds up over time. and whenever she gets attacked whilst using the shield, her weapon gets more powerful. She's completely overpowered, and you can have the longest, most drawn out, horrible battles with her. Going straight into my second annoying character, I'll go on to Winston. Now, I started using Winston because I was getting massively frustrated with him. Like I said earlier in the video, I actually like picking characters who are a little bit tough. So the problem is with Winston, I'm actually very good with him, and I've got my highest kill streak with him, but all of his abilities are slightly underpowered. So he's a tank, but he's the only tank with no regenerative abilities. So if you jump in, you're getting shot, then you have to jump back out again to find a health pack. So that means you've got to constantly try jumping in and out of battle. So the problem is with this is when you leap in, your leap takes time to build up. So you very rarely got enough time to leap back out again. It's almost completely pointless. You've got to go in with the knowledge that you're going to get killed. Also his shield would be fantastic, but it's so weak. You put the shield up, it's gone again. And then finally it's his main attack. It's great for taking out characters like Genji, who's this ninja who can jump around and it's really hard to hit, and Tracer, because you don't really have to aim with it, but it's massively weak. And if you're chasing people down, chances are you're probably going to end up coming off worse. It feels pretty shitty to constantly be in the thick of it and constantly getting killed. One last character, just before I move on, would be Roadhog. Roadhog's one of the most powerful tanks in the game. It's a big fat dude who's got a latching hook, shotgun, and you can self-heal. Powerful combination. My problem with him is his hook can often go around corners and stuff, and it's just crazy. So they need to sort that out a bit, because I've hooked people myself, like I've hooked a Tracer who was behind a wall, and it's just like, that's a little bit annoying. In summation, they need to nerf Zarya, buff Winston, and fix Roadhog. So that's it for this episode of Geek Stuff. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you liked the video, leave a like, hit the subscribe button, and for your fix, keep it streaming, Fiends.